gentlemen, welcome to our virtual observatory. You've entered and encountered a device, a detector called the Pendulum. And this device shows us something that is rather amazing. It allows us to pinpoint our position on this world and in our solar system with a bit more precision than when we first walked in the observatory. Folks, this is called the Pendulum. There's a pendulum that swings, what appears to swing back and forth, but it's actually doing far more than that. There are pegs, each knocked down in sequential order, and around the pit and pegs is a pit with the numbers 0 to 41. That's very easy to explain and understand. You see, if we waited for the pendulum to make one complete circle around the pit, it would take 42 hours and a few minutes. But things would begin to change if we change the location of the pendulum on the face of the Earth. Not if we moved east or west, though. Only if we moved north or south. Things would begin to change with our pit and pendulum. If we were to go all the way to the North Pole, taking things to an extreme, we would observe the following. The numbers would not read 0 to 41, they would read 0 to 23, indicating that it would take the pendulum 24 hours to make one complete circle around our pit. Coincidentally, that is the same number of hours in the day. As we watch the pegs get knocked down, they would be knocked down in a far more rapid succession. It would take 7 minutes per peg, it would take only a few minutes per peg because the pendulum would appear to be moving about the circle faster. Now, if we were to notice the swing of the pendulum pointing in the direction of a bright star at the North Pole, here's what we would see. The stars don't rise and set as they do here in LA. They don't move in an arc like we're used to. Instead, they would move in a circle over our heads. If we began to swing the pendulum at some random bright star and we waited 24 hours, we would notice that the pendulum would track that star all the way around and maintain its progress on that star. But of course, we know that those stars aren't behaving the way they appear. You see, the stars don't move in a circle around our heads, do they? It's the rotation of the Earth that's causing them to appear to be that way. So dig this. Since the stars aren't moving, and they're actually stationary, and the pendulum maintains pointing at one star, then that means since the stars aren't moving, the pendulum can't be moving either, right? So then something must be making the stars appear to move. That's the rotation of the Earth, we said that. And something must appear to make the pendulum move around the circle. And that's the rotation of the Earth. If you were to jump into a spaceship and observe the rotation of the Earth and a gigantic pendulum at the top, you would see the Earth rotate underneath the swing of the pendulum. It would swing back and forth as it does here, but it wouldn't turn with the Earth. It would stay swinging independent of the rotation of the Earth. As far out as that might seem to be, as hard as it might seem to believe, that's what would happen. Now, we're not the North Pole, are we? We're down here in LA. So we need to try to walk down the Earth. Speaking of ourselves, if you were standing at the exact center of the North Pole, you stood there for 24 hours, and you were to face some direction, like the direction I'm facing now, and you waited 24 hours, you know what would happen? You would spin around, wouldn't you? Over 24 hours. Well, what if you took one small step to the side? You would still be spinning. And in about 24 hours, you would rotate all the way around. But you're no longer standing in the exact center, are you? You're kind of off kilter. So you're sort of wobbling, right? You're spinning and you're wobbling. Now imagine you take one step at a time, all the way down the Earth, one step per day. You're still spinning at the top, but as you walk down, your wobble becomes greater and greater and greater until you get to LA. The question is, would you still be spinning here in LA if you only took one step per day?